I am Lucy Thompson, and I am the productivity coach for the Summit and Westfield offices of Keller Williams Realty. So I came back into real estate 23 years ago, and I had originally cut my teeth in England on real estate when I was very young. I had also spent 6 years in relocation prior to that, and I have been primarily doing about 2/3 listings and about 1/3 buyers since then, with a very successful real estate business. And about 18 months ago, I was asked if I'd be interested in starting the productivity coaching program in conjunction with Shannon and her ideas that she had.
How long have you been in this role?
Yes, it's been live for about 15 months, and we spent about 3 months intensively getting it ready. And it's like all those things, you jump in when it's 80% ready, and then you fail forward the rest of the way. So that's what we've been doing and growing the program. I love it. It's almost like when you go into a seller situation and they have clutter everywhere and they say, I don't know where to start. When an agent says, I don't know where to start, or an agent who's been licensed a while says, I'm falling off the rails, I don't know how to get back onto the train, or something like that, it's a real challenge, and I know how to help them, and how by following systems and models and processes we can get them back on track, and or a new agent on track to actually close a deal. Day to day, I would say it's a question of time, as with everything. And I don't know if this is just peculiar to Keller Williams or not. We all of us seem to have more work than we can handle in a day. So we have to learn to work smartly and to not waste any time. And that's why it's nice having a day that's structured. Generally, the day begins early, and I'll be answering emails and text messages and things. Then we go into live programming, and I get questions throughout the day. And it generally ends sometime in the early evening. Again, probably with texts and emails. Very often, though, I can answer those as we go along in the daytime sessions for productivity coaching, which is nice. So people have access to me a lot of the week, which is good.
What led you to real estate?
I have always enjoyed real estate, and my parents moved a lot of times when I was young, so I sort of got a bit of a taste for it. And then I was in real estate in the UK, loved it. It's very different there, though. There you have to have both the listing and the buyer. There's no multiple listing service. I believe it's now coming on track in London, not in the suburbs where I lived and worked. And so I just felt coming back into it, there was more opportunity here. And I just love helping people. And my big motto is never ever ask anybody to do what I wouldn't do myself.
What does a day in the life of a member of our leadership team look like?
So it's interesting because I'm a bit of a hybrid. I have this role in leadership, which is productivity coach, and I'm also a solo agent in my own right. So I spend about 4 days a week primarily on productivity coaching and running sessions, morning sessions and afternoon sessions, and then one-on-one coaching for those people who qualify. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I concentrate on my own business with a little bit of maintenance in between. Again, though, focusing on building the pipeline of both the productivity coaching program in the morning and my solo business, and managing transactions and existing situations in the afternoon. So it's a fairly structured day, which I really like.
How has Keller Williams impacted your life or career?
It's been absolutely huge. It was what I was always looking for, didn't know that it was what I was looking for, and didn't know until I'd found it. And you have to keep in mind, I hadn't even stepped inside this office when I joined the company 14 and plus years ago, because I was in a company where if they had any inkling that you were going, everything was shut down immediately. And we still had things to do and transactions to close before we came here. And I walked in and it felt like I'd gone from kindergarten to college all in one go. I can honestly describe it as that. We were treated very much like infants where I came from, and our every move, our every bit of time off was monitored. We had to have somebody standing in for us. And I remember just feeling a sense of being an adult when I stepped in through the door. And it was the most amazing realization over a number of really days. It happened so quickly.
What is the best advice you would give someone coming into the business, into real estate?
It takes a village. You can't do it alone. You need a community. Real estate can be very, very lonely, particularly if you're a solo agent, which I've always been. And building this community around the productivity coaching program has been not just huge for the participants, but huge for me too, because I'm a part of it and I feel that I have a big community that I can reach out to if I have a question. And I have questions. I'm always learning. And always when you enter the business, you want to remain hungry for knowledge and hungry for experience. If you ever say to yourself, I know everything and I don't need to learn anymore, I'm thinking perhaps you should think about another career, not real estate, because it's perpetually growing organically. I'm very much an 80% person. And I know a lot of people that come into real estate, they maybe come from other careers where they've had to be 100% perfect and knowledgeable about what they know. If they wait for that, chances are they're going to miss the boat completely and be one of the many people that fails in real estate. So I'm an 80% person. I will launch something and go into it, and then I look around and figure out how I can fix it if I need to fix it. So I learn by failing forward. And I'm not afraid to put myself out there in a situation that is difficult and a challenge, and which ultimately I can prevail at. And the other thing to remember is that you've got to be very, very dedicated to doing what can be boring things over and over. You've got to perfect your conversational practice till you absolutely can just do it like that. And you also want to make sure that you are prospecting on a daily basis, because we all have to prospect for business, and they don't tell you that in real estate school. They don't say that you are going to be finding all your own business, and you are. So it's up to you to maximize it, and that's why it's nice to be part of a community like the productivity coaching program.
Great. Who do you think would best thrive by joining Keller Williams?
Anybody who has great integrity, great drive, who wants fabulous training, who wants to be part of a wonderful community that is really, the basis is culture and equity and opportunities for everybody.
What is your favorite TV show if you watch TV?
Okay, so you'll laugh at this. I like Survivor. Because I like, it's rather like my own life. I like figuring things out that are difficult to figure out. And sometimes you win and sometimes you fail forward and learn that way. So I really enjoy the sort of behind the scenes stuff that goes on there.
And what hobbies do you have outside of work?
Oh my goodness. I love to travel, hike, kayak, spend time with family, explore places, drink fine wines, and enjoy good food.